I'm Russell, town doctor. Got me and Heidi today doing working in France. We often get asked to go abroad to do jobs. So this is a beautiful old, over 300-year-old building in Bezier, and we're here to do the floor. As you can see, it needs a lot of work. Very ingrained. It's limestone with background inserts, and if Harry follows me through, I'll show you the floor we're going to do. We're going to be using diamond grits. We've got a range of these grits we're going to be using. We've got 50s, 100s, 200s, 400s, all up to 3,000 grit. And then we've got Saul on the video here. And this is the encaustic, made out of cement, very popular in France. I think it was a Moroccan style that's been brought over in France, have been indoctrinated into the countries all over Europe these days. We get a lot of it in England. This is about 120 years old, as is that floor. We had a big makeover about that time. Come round to this floor over here. This is a terrazzo floor. So terrazzo flooring, poured terrazzo, so it's poured down. It's made out of Portland cement, bits of marble and granite chippings, things like that. All acid sensitive stones. So we're not using any acids. But we're going to use a lot of diamonds, we're going to use a lot of grits. The scope of the floor, and this is beautiful. That's called a marble rug, or a terrazzo rug, I should say. Beautiful workmanship. And this is done 120 years ago. So we're going to do another video during and then after to see the finished results. Now, we've worked out that we've got two different tiles going on here. We've got a white marble, and then there's been some limestone laid, which is that one there. And that's why we've got two tones going on. This is encaustic cement, very popular in France and European countries. And we do have them in England as well. Used all over the place. It's pressed cement with a colour dye added. So how we clean them, we don't use much chemical. We tend to use a diamond pad system. So I've got a 50 grit on there, which you can't see on the machine. And what we're going to do after the 50 grit, after we've waxed up, you can see the bit we've done already. And that's the bit we've just done, still dirty. And then this hasn't been touched. This paint all needs all paint splashes. But we're going to go through the cacophony of pads we've got from 50 to 100. That'll go down, and we wax that up, and then we go to the 200 grit, which is a diamond pad. Again, we call that a milling pad. So these two grey ones are called milling pads. And then we've done that bit, we've got to go through the sequence. We're going to go to a 400 grit, which is this fella here. So again, it goes on the machine, we use the wet wax there, and then we wax it up. Water. Then we go to the 800, so follow the sequence. 800 grit, wax it up, water. And then yellow, wax up, water. And once it's all dry, we want a bit of a sheen, makes it easy to seal. And we're going to use, once it's dry, we'll use the 3000 grit with no water, but we call it spray version. So a little bit of water from the spray bottle, and we just add a little bit of water as we need it, and we polish it up. And we get a bit of a sheen off it. And then we seal it. And the seal we're going to use on this one will be colour grow. It's a solvent-based colour and seal. So bring out the black. It won't darken the whites too much, hopefully not at all. So we're going to play with colour grow on that one. We could go ultra seal, but it will keep the whites white, but it won't make much of the black. So we think colour grow is the right option for this one. I've got paint drips, paint marks, what have you. I'm just going to put a bit of water down. Don't normally use a hose, but these tiles are so porous, they need a lot of water to get them clean. So, if you watch the machine, I'll show you, this is a 50 grit milling pad. Bit of a wax. That's just one stage. You've got four, 5, 6 other pads to go through. We want to get it as clean as possible before we seal it. So we want to get it more cleaner like this. We're getting there with these ones. You get a bit further back. You're getting clean. As they dry, they look better as well. When they dry, they always look a bit dirty when they're wet. But we're getting there, So this is the process. You could say this is a green process because, as you've noticed, I haven't used any chemicals. So it's pretty good. So the things with chemicals, we've got this machine, it splatters a bit of water everywhere, so if we put chemicals down, it's going to splat on the legs as well. I don't really want chemicals on the legs. I put this stuff up called drop cloth. You get this from the hardware stores called drop cloth. And it basically comes in a little roll, you put it on the masking tape there, and it drops down and stops splatter going onto the walls. So we've drop clothed the whole of this room. And this is just one of 3 rooms that we're doing. This is about 40 square metres, we've got a terrazzo over there, 40 square metres, and we're doing a limestone floor with black inserts. Day 3, we're on the terrazzo floor, so we've done the encaustic, we've done the limestone, black inserts, and now we're on the terrazzo. This is a beautiful floor, it can last for a long time, but does need some maintenance, does need some aftercare. As you can see, it's lost it's very dirty. We did a test pass here. You see this is a lot lighter. On this section here, a lot lighter. This is the dirt and the grain, it gets stuck in there. And what we tend to do is we tend to use, again, diamond pads. I will use a bit of oxygel with this floor. I find that will work well with this building because we're on an elevated position, so I don't want to get too much water into the beneath, into the basement. So we're going to use a gel or a liquid, we call it oxygel. With that, I'm going to start either with a 50 or 100, I'm just doing some testers. Because it's so old, I don't think it's ever been cleaned professionally for a long time, if ever. So I'm probably going to go with a 50 grit, which is a soft grit, no DRBs. So that's a soft 50 grit milling pad. And onto the 100 milling pad, soft grit again, and then 200, 400, 800 and 1500. Finish at 3000 to give it a bit of sheen. And we're going to seal this one with Vector Seal. It'll lift the colours, the oil base in the sealer will lift the colours. It's a 1-coat sealer and it'll do a lovely job. So we're going to do some before and after pictures as well for the website. And hopefully it will do what I want it to do. And you'll see the results later on.